How's it going, folks? Rob here. Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We're going to test out another car today and review it. We're shooting back to the mid-90s for today's vehicle, all the way from Germany, from 1995. This is the M5 from BMW. This second generation M5 is a fantastic looking thing. Even after all these years, this era of car has really aged well. It'd be nice to show modern BMW car designers this era that they made, because they're so much better and cleaner looking and elegant, and it's just... they're going to look so much better compared to modern cars in 20 years' time. So this M5 is a super sedan. It's got luxury interior. It can sit 5 in comfort, also beating most sports cars in a straight line. Now, the base shell is a regular 5 Series BMW built in the factory, then sent over to the Mad Folk at the M division. Then they converted the shell into what you see on screen. It took about 2 weeks for the conversion. This 95 model is the last of the production run. Features the most powerful engine of the series. Now, the origins of this engine does date back to the early 80s with the M1 supercar. This 3.8 litre inline 6 puts out 342 horsepower, which in today's car figures is not a lot, but back then in the 90s, for a naturally aspirated engine, it was pretty good power, which also translates to a decent top-end speed once you take off the speed restrictors. All that power sent to the rear wheels through an upgraded 6-speed manual gearbox. Most old M5s had 5 speeds, so this last generation had the upgraded one. You got a limited slip diff, which means you can have a lot of fun coming out of the corners. At the front, you got McPherson struts, performance springs and dampers, while at the rear, you got multi-link independent suspension made by BMW. Add on some roll bars, and this setup has a really good balance, high-speed stability, which is perfect for having a little bit of fun on the German autobahns, which is also why they gave this car large ventilated disc brakes, so you could easily stop from those high speeds on said autobahns. Now, we'll go on to performance testing in a little bit, but for a decent-sized luxury sedan, it weighs about 1,700 kilos, which for a car at the time was about right, but compared to modern cars, that is a lot lighter. Fun fact about this car, it is one of the last hand-built M cars built by BMW. Now, this does look very similar to the regular 5 Series that came out at the time, but this is a bit of a sleeper, this M5. Slightly wider wheels, aerodynamic mirrors, bit of a boot spoiler, larger exhaust pipes. That is about it. Other than that, it looks fairly similar to it. So when you rock up to this thing at the lights, you don't really know at the time this has got a incredible amount of power, and good chance it's going to beat you down the straight line. All right, first up, performance testing for the M5. We're going to do high-speed braking, 150k down to 0. Ignore the smoke. It's just a glitch with the replays. That is 54 meters for a car, 1,700 plus kilos for its time. That's not too bad. Could be better, but good thing we can upgrade the brakes. So let's take it to the 1 mile drag, which we're going to do a high-speed test as well. Off the line, rear-wheel drive, power going to the rear wheels only. 0 to 100 k's an hour is 5.5, which for the time is pretty quick for a big 5-seat car. 0 to 160 k's an hour, which is 100 miles an hour, 13.9, so just under 14 seconds. Again, that is pretty quick for its time. Now down to 1 mile, which is at this bridge, 23.1 seconds. Comparison, the Toyota GR86, which I did a review of a few weeks ago, it did it around 23.5, so this is half a second faster than the Toyota GR86, which is not known for being a top speed fast car. This is where it starts to show its age a little bit. Granted, it's a little bit heavier than the Toyotas, but down here, top speed in real world, we'll do a 250 clicks an hour. What the hell is that? Oh my God, is that the Morris from the other week? Oh, that's still going, that's so slow. So in real world, it's got a limited at 155 mile an hour, but in game, we don't have to wear any top speed restrictions. That bloody Morris. 284 kilometers an hour, this car went down here. It's getting a pretty impressive top speed for its size, and especially from 1995. All right, now we've got all the top speed runs out the way. We've got to see what this thing can do around the track. I did a bunch of races on this on the Horizon map. Overall, it's pretty good, but I've got to bring it here to my test track, which is on Event Lab. Built this specifically to test out the cars, as this track is a little bit more challenging and technical compared to the regular road racing events you get on the Horizon 5 map. 10 laps around here, then I did one final lap standing start, top gear style, to see what it can do. Around here, overall, considering it's a fairly big sedan, 1,700 kilos, rear-wheel drive, it's got pretty good grip. Does turn in quite well for a car this size, so the suspension setup, this car is completely stock standard. All the cars I test around here are no cheating done here. Yeah, like I said, overall it turns in really well. It balances it out. It's rear-wheel drive. You can drift the thing around if you add a little bit more horsepower going around on your right foot, but generally if you're gentle with the throttle, it's pretty stable and it is easy to control. 342 horsepower back in the day wasn't that much compared to now, what we're used to with 800 plus horsepower. So that is easily manageable, and with the pretty good setup with the suspension and the steering, you can get around these corners pretty well. Braking isn't too bad. Granted, you want to upgrade them a little bit, throw on some anti-roll bars, you're going to turn around pretty good. But overall, for a standard car this size for that era, 30 odd years old now, my God, we're all getting old. It is overall is pretty good. Didn't really have some major issues. Ran wide here and there sometimes, so that was the first few of my 10 warm-up laps to get the feel for it. But overall, good. Down here through the slalom, it isn't too bad. You start to feel the weight towards the end, but that's probably coming down to my driving ability. I'm not the greatest at slalom. The first few entries are fine. By the time you get to the third or fourth tyre wall, the weight starts to go and my skill level starts to deteriorate. Even through here, through the S's, again, not that bad. Can handle it pretty well. A little bit of throttle adjustment and you kind of manage it pretty well. You feel the body weight shifting around a little bit, but again, it's such a well-made car. It's pretty easy to drive, but that is it. Did a pretty good time for its age. So in the end, 209.6 for its time. But yeah, that is a second and a half slower than the 22 Mazda MX-5. But I'm Rob. Cheers for watching. Hope you enjoyed my look at the classic M5. Awesome car, just compared to other cars. It needs a bit of an upgrade here and there, but yeah, that's quite slower compared to the Toyota and the Subaru. But anyway, cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.